very organically in a lot of these videos. And, you know, I can't just be imagining things when I watch a lot of these videos and a lot of these people. The First Amendment is very important to a lot of people. The right to bear arms is very important to a lot of people. You'd be surprised how many videos about guns there are on, you know, channels that are not the NRA, that are not the GOP, thankfully. On a lot of these channels that are, you know, lots of people, millions of subscribers, and they are talking about conservative issues and issues that we should have a stance on, that we should be able to talk to people about. Now that it's been made, you know, normal. I mean, now that somebody who's made it relatable is there saying, "Hey, I have a gun on my nightstand because I want that protection, and it's not, my kids aren't getting shot from it. It's there, and I know how to use it. My wife knows how to use it. There you go." That's a pretty big deal.
Well, and so I think to sum it up at the end, we want to talk about opportunities for GOP candidates, for the RNC, for conservatives in general, but specifically candidates, especially going into 2016, who are going to need a bigger new media footprint. We know that there are opportunities on issues. You demonstrated that. There are opportunities on issues that we can find with content providers who don't necessarily wear green lipstick. I want people to get past the green lipstick, though, but I have to keep bringing it up because it seems to be one of the things that just irritates people. There are openings and opportunities that the GOP and candidates can exploit. And I will say right here that I think the first candidate who gets that and begins to make inroads there is going to have a head start if they get through the primary. Absolutely they will. Now, that said, some of the things we know that the Republicans, we'll just say as a big category, Republicans, conservatives, need to do is start now.
Absolutely, and we actually have seen some people, you know, do that. And he's not my candidate. Please don't say that he's my candidate. I'm not. He's not getting my vote because he's done good stuff on YouTube.
Rhino.
Yeah, really. Now that it's been couched, Chris Christie has done a pretty good job with YouTube. He's made it his business to be on, you know, digital formats, and he's put out at least one really good video with him and his notorious fleece that was missing or whatever. He did that with Cory Booker and a lot of other famous figures from the tri-state area. And that was funny, and it got a lot of views, and people legitimately liked it. It was good. I guess this is less in the candidate sphere, but you could talk about the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was, you know, again, take his politics for what they are, was a GOP governor in California. He was on with Epic Mealtime. I think it was twice, and he. I mean, it was pretty awesome to see him there on, you know, in his tank, driving around a tank. He was driving around a tank and cooking epic meals on his tank like a griddle. It was, you know, these are opportunities out there.
I'm about to bust a gut because I'm thinking that Christie should have been the one on Epic Mealtime.
Probably. Hey, there's still a lot of opportunity. The year is still young, and the boys at Epic Mealtime, I'm sure, would be happy to bring Chris. I can't. That concept is too awesome to not happen. But yeah, I mean, and I wouldn't put it past Chris Christie to do that. That's a smart thing to do. Another thing that I think would be a smart thing to do, and, you know, we've talked about interviews, we've talked about a lot of other stuff, you know, appearing on people's channels, but it also comes down to using using YouTube as what it is. You know, make your own video. Something that got a lot of people more involved with these YouTubers. I know it happened a while ago, but they still crop up from time to time, uh, is this phenomenon of draw my life. And basically what it is you have a YouTube person, or anyone really, uh, do a little stick figure drawing of their life up until the point that they're making the video. And it's really, I mean, a lot of them are, they just are extremely involved and draw you in and make you, go through the same stuff that these people have gone through. And it builds that kind of sense of community, that sort of idea that these are actual people and that you are being entrusted to a degree with their story, with what happened, with what they went through, how they got to where they are. And I think that would be huge if you had a candidate, or if you had a bunch of candidates. I mean, I would love it if we had a bunch of candidates do a Draw My Life, because it goes through who they are, how did they get to this point in their life, what they're doing, what their aspirations are, what they want to do, and what's important to them. And to me, I think that there are very few better formats than the Draw My Life one, and I would love to see that coming out of some of the people on the right.
Oh, that's really a cute idea. I'd forgotten about those. You're right. That would be fun. And to challenge each other to do that would be really great. Seeing the whole candidate field not looking as though they'd like to tear each other up occasionally, but actually do something fun, like pass around that idea of Draw My Life or something similar. Candidate dares between each other would be fun. Dare videos, things not that destroy the dignity of the person, but that humanize them. Give them some task that they have to accomplish. They already bet on sports games all the time, and if they did some trash talk in sports, in the coming year, that's a great opportunity. Things like that. You have to wear a certain jersey, or you have to wear a certain hat for an opposing team. They do that. Why are they not filming it and trash talking it? That's fun. People relate to that. But another thing I do think that the Republicans, the conservatives, have to do is get some professional help with videos. And when I say professional help, I don't mean the consultant class. Those guys have disappointed us time and again with the sort of content they've put out. Can anyone say stock photo images? But hiring people who are good at audio-visual things and putting together the images that they want and coming up with thematics and things, those are professionals you need. It's not enough to leave things up to some guy who's maybe his third job in the administration, the campaign, whatever, is audio and visual. You need dedicated people who are professionals and know what they're doing.
I don't want to just come out and oh no, I do. I want to say somebody needs to get Emergent Order on top of this. Who in my list of good YouTube channels to follow, I didn't, somehow I neglected to mention Econ Pop, Econ Stories, I should say. I think is the channel itself. But Emergent Order has done the Cronies ads. If I don't know if you've seen them, and the F.A. Hayek Keynes rap, which if you haven't seen it, then where have you been the past 5 years? 6 years? It's been a long time now. Jeez. But get these guys. Get people who are actually good at creating content for YouTube, and make sure that we're not doing what has been done. Like the past year on the RNC YouTube channel, I mean, they don't have very many subscribers, first off, but what they've done with their channel and the stuff that they've put out, they put out some really weak stuff, whether it's the squirrel thing. I mean, I can't even, I can't properly, there's going to be, I'll put a little clip of what it is, but it's really ridiculous. It has something to do with the squirrel. It's more embarrassing, I'm going to tell you right now, it is far more embarrassing than a tub of cereal. It is far more embarrassing than a tub of cereal.
Word. Totally true. I think unless you had some other advice for conservatives, of the official brand, I think, just a few things to reiterate to our audience, the people that are watching us. YouTube is a platform where there are a lot of people that are not like us, that may have similar values in certain places. And if we don't go after them, if we don't make attempts to communicate with them and to try to reach them, you'd better believe the left will, and will get them, and will keep them. You can't afford to let the opportunity go to waste.
And they have a head start. We gave them a real good lead this past week, and we've managed to make ourselves look really, really bad to a lot of YouTubers in the past week because we've been making fun of people that they respect. And for not a good reason, for really, really lame reasons, quite frankly. So.
And remember, if we can't do anything about the guy in the Oval Office right now, or the behavior that he exhibits, but we can certainly learn from things that the left, the institutional left, the administration does, and we can determine to do it better and with our values intact and our dignity intact, mostly. I mean, Julie did smear sriracha war paint on her face. I don't know that dignity is Julie's highest value, though. I think liberty is.
Hey, sometimes in pursuit of liberty, you have to shed some dignity? I don't know.
Yeah, the tree of liberty should be watered occasionally with your dignity.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that everybody got a little bit of something, some food for thought, something to think about, and we're able to better understand maybe who's doing YouTube, how it works, and why it's so important to us. Final thoughts?
Only that you should watch us Tuesday nights at 9:45 Eastern on therefineryshow.com, and make sure that you keep on watching our clips. We really like that. That's a good thing. It helps us. And please hit the subscribe button, because we're trying to build our subscriber base so that we can sort of help get this message out. And if you can like a video, share a video, those would be really, really great things, because that's how we get more informed. That's how we educate our base. And that's how we actually, make some headway into the YouTube culture.
That's right. And that is what we're trying to do. That's why we termed this Re-Culture, after the series of columns that you wrote at Free Radical Network, because culture does matter. Culture is upstream of politics, and understanding it, at least a little bit of it, at least this part of it, is important to knowing what we can do to go forward on the battlefield, in which we're outnumbered and outgunned in so many ways. This is a place we can dominate, and this is a place we can own. So we're hoping for your help to get these things that we're doing, the content we're creating out, to make people think that conservatism isn't just about emoting your politics, but it's about thoughtful, reasoned, and well-supported answers to questions of everything in governance, in self-governance, in life. So help us make the conservative movement better at messaging, at understanding the way that the world works, and give us some support so that we can continue to do what we're doing. So thanks for watching, and we hope that we will see you on Tuesday nights on The Refinery for the full episodes. Thanks so much.
This show is copyright by VLR Media. All opinions of hosts, panelists, and guests are their own and may not reflect the opinion of VLR Media or anyone else.